Once upon a time in a lush peaceful meadow, there lived a wise old tortoise named Timothy. Timothy was known far and wide for his wisdom and patience. He had seen many seasons come and go, and he had learned to live a slow and contented life. One sunny morning, as Timothy was basking in the warmth of the sun, he heard a commotion in the distance. Curious, he slowly made his way toward the source of the noise. As he approached a cluster of bushes, he spotted a young and energetic fox named Felix. Felix was running in circles, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "Timothy, you won't believe what I've just discovered," he exclaimed. Timothy looked at the frenzied fox and smiled. "What is it, Felix?" With a mischievous grin, Felix replied, "I found a magical tree deep in the forest, and it's said to grant a single wish to anyone who touches its bark. I'm going to make my wish come true." Timothy nodded slowly and cautioned, "Felix, be careful with your wishes. Sometimes, they can bring unforeseen consequences." Felix chuckled and said, "Oh, Timothy, you're always so cautious. I'll be just fine." With that, he darted off toward the forest in search of the magical tree. Meanwhile, Timothy continued with his leisurely pace, enjoying the warmth of the sun and the gentle rustling of the leaves. He knew that patience and wisdom often led to contentment. Hours turned into days, and Felix hadn't returned from the forest. Timothy grew concerned and decided to venture into the woods to find his young friend. It wasn't long before he came across the magical tree. There, he saw Felix, but the once exuberant fox now looked sad and forlorn. "What's wrong, Felix?" Timothy asked. Felix sighed and said, "I made my wish, Timothy, and I wished for endless energy and boundless enthusiasm. But now, I can't stop running and jumping, and I'm exhausted. I miss the calm and peaceful life I used to have." Timothy nodded in understanding. "It seems, my friend, that you've learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes, the simple and slow pace of life is more rewarding than the constant pursuit of excitement. Let's find a way to help you." Together, Timothy and Felix sought the guidance of the wise old owl in the forest. The owl suggested that Felix touch the magical tree again and wish for balance and inner peace. Felix did just that, and this time, his wish was granted. With newfound wisdom and contentment, Felix returned to the meadow, where he and Timothy enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, like watching the clouds drift by and sharing stories under the warm sun. They had learned that it was not the pursuit of magic or endless excitement that brought happiness, but the appreciation of the beauty of the present moment and the wisdom of the old tortoise. And so, in their quiet meadow, they lived their lives happily ever after.